have no personal interest in the affairs of those whom they serve. An absolute monarch would be absolutely wise and good. But no man is strong enough to have no interest. Therefore, the best king would be pure chance. It is pure chance that rules the universe. Therefore, and only therefore, life is good. Chapter 23, Skidoo. What man is at ease in his inn? Get out. Wide is the world and cold. Get out. Thou hast become an initiate. Get out. But thou canst not get out by the way thou camest in. The way out is the way. Get out. For out is love and wisdom and power. Get out. If thou hast tea already, first get you tea, then get O, and so at last, get out. Chapter 24, The Hawk and the Blind Worm. This book would translate beyond reason into the words of reason. Explain thou snow to them of Andaman. The slaves of reason call this book abuse of language. They are right. Language was made for men to eat and drink, make love, do barter, die. The wealth of a language consists in its abstracts. The poorest tongues have wealth of concretes. Therefore have adepts praise silence. At least it does not mislead as speech does. Also, speech is a symptom of thought. Silence is but the negative side of truth. The positive side is beyond even silence. Nevertheless, one true God crieth Hrilliu, and the laughter of the death rattle is akin. Chapter 25, The Star Ruby. Facing east, in the center, draw deep, deep, deep thy breath. Closing thy mouth with thy right forefinger, press against thy lower lip. Then, dashing down the hand with a great sweep back and out, expelling forcefully thy breath, cry, Apo Pantos Kakodemonos. With the same forefinger touch thy forehead, and say, Soy, thy member, and say, O Phale, thy right shoulder, and say, Iskoros, thy left shoulder, and say, Eucharistos. Then clasp thine hands, locking the fingers, and cry, I-A-O. Advance to the east. Imagine strongly a pentagram, a right in thy forehead. Drawing the hands to the eyes, fling it forth, making the sign of Horus, and roar, Chaos! Retire thine hand in the sign of Hor-Pa-Krat. Go round to the north and repeat, but scream, Babylon. Go round to the west and repeat, but say, Eros. Go round to the south and repeat, but bellow, Psyche. Completing the circle widdershins, retire to the center, and raise thy voice in the paean with these words, Iopan, with the sign of Nox. Extend the arms in the form of a tau, and say, low but clear, Promo Iungus, Opisomo Teletarchi, Epidexia Sinoches, Eparistera Demones, Flagei, Gar Perimo Ho Aster Ton Pinte, Kai in the still Ho Aster Ton Hex, Est Key. Repeat the cross Kabbalistic as above, and end as thou didst begin. Chapter 26. The Elephant and the Tortoise. The absolute and the condition together make the one absolute. The second, who is the fourth, the demiurge, whom all nations of men call the first, is a lie grafted upon a lie multiplied by a lie. Fourfold is he, the elephant upon whom the universe is poised, but the carapace of the tortoise supports and covers all. This tortoise is sixfold, the holy hexagram. These 6 and 4 are 10. 10, the one manifested, that returns to the not unmanifest. The Almighty, the All-Ruler, the All-Knower, the All-Father, adored by all men, and by me abhorred. Be thou accursed, be thou abolished, be thou annihilated. Amen.
This creamy butternut.
Chapter 27. The Sorcerer. A sorcerer, by the power of his magic, had subdued all things to himself. Would he travel? He could fly through space more swiftly than the stars. Would he eat, drink, and take his pleasure? There was none that did not instantly obey his bidding. In the whole system of 10 million times 10 million spheres, upon the 22 million planes, he had his desire. And with all this, he was but himself, alas. Chapter 28. The Pole Star. Love is all virtue, since the pleasure of love is but love, and the pain of love is but love. Love taketh no heed of that which is not, and of that which is. Absence exalteth love, and presence exalteth love. Love moveth from height to height of ecstasy, and faileth never. The wings of love droop not with time, nor slacken for life or for death. Love destroyeth self, uniting self with that which is not self, so that love breedeth all and none in one. Is it not so? No?
I'm teaming up.
Then thou art not lost in love.
You want to know if you're on the right
Speak
side
not
of
of
history
love.
or...
Love always yieldeth. Love always hardeneth. Maybe I write it, but to write her name. Chapter 29. The Southern Cross. Love, I love you. Night, night, cover us.
You want to know...
Thou art night, O my love, and there are no stars but thine eyes. Dark night, sweet night, so warm and yet so fresh, so scented, yet so holy. Cover me, cover me. Let me be no more. Let me be thine. Let me be thou. Let me be neither thou nor I. Let there be love in night and night in love. N-O-X, the night of Pan. And Layla, the night before his threshold. Chapter 30. Jhana Dreams. Dreams are imperfections of sleep. Even so is consciousness the imperfection of waking. Dreams are impurities in the circulation of the blood. Even so is consciousness a disorder of life. Dreams are without proportion, without good sense, without truth. So also is consciousness. Awake from dream, the truth is known. Awake from waking, the truth is the unknown. Chapter 31. The Garret. It moves from motion into rest, and rests from rest into motion. These it does alway, for time is not. So that it does neither of these things. It does that one thing which we must express by two things, neither of which possesses any rational meaning. Yet its doing, which is no doing, is simple and yet complex, is neither free nor necessary. For all these ideas express relation, and it, comprehending all relation in its simplicity, is out of all relation, even with itself. All this is true and false, and it is true and false to say that it is true and false. Strain forth thy intelligence, O man, O worthy one, O chosen of it, to apprehend the discourse of the Master. For thus thy reason shall at last break down, as the fetter is struck from the slave's throat. Chapter 32. The Mountaineer. Consciousness is a symptom of disease. All that moves well moves without will. All skillfulness, all strain, all intention is contrary to ease. Practice 1,000 times and it becomes difficult. 1,000 and it becomes easy. 1,000 times 1,000, and it is no longer thou that doeth it, but it that doeth itself through thee. Nor until then is that which is done well done. Thus spoke Frater Perdurabo, as he leapt from rock to rock of the moraine, without ever casting his eyes upon the ground. Chapter 33. Baphomet. A black two-headed eagle is God, even a black triangle is he. In his claw he beareth a sword, yea, a sharp sword is held therein. This eagle was burnt up in the great fire, yet not a feather is scorched. This eagle is swallowed up in the great sea, yet not a feather is wetted. So flieth he in the air, and lighteth upon the earth at his pleasure. So spake Iacobus Burgundus Molensis, the Grand Master of the temple, and of the god that is headed, did he dare not speak. Chapter 34. The Smoking Dog. Each act of man is the twist and double of an hare. Love and death are the greyhounds that course him. God bred the hounds and taketh his pleasure in the sport. This is the comedy of Pan. Man should think he hunteth, while those hounds hunt him. This is the tragedy of man. When facing love and death, he turns to bay. He is no more hare, but boar. There are no other comedies or tragedies. Cease then to be the mockery of God. In savagery of love and death, live thou and die. Thus shall his laughter be thrilled through with ecstasy. Chapter 35. Venus of Milo. Life is as ugly and necessary as the female body. Death is as beautiful and necessary as the male body. The soul is beyond male and female, as it is beyond life and death. Even as the lingam and the yoni are but diverse developments of one organ, so also are life and death but two phases of one state. So also the absolute and the conditioned are but forms of that. What do I love? There is no form, no being, to which I do not give myself wholly up. Take me who will. Chapter 36. The Star Sapphire. Let the adept be armed with his magic rood, and provide him with his mystic rose. In the center, let him give the LVX signs. Or, if he know them, if he will and dare do them, and can keep silent about them, the signs of NOX, being the signs of puer, vir, puella, mulier. sign I R. Then let him advance to the east, and make the holy hexagram, saying, Pater et Mater, unus Deus ararita. Let him go round to the south, make the holy hexagram, and say, Mater et Filius, unus Deus ararita. Let him go round to the west, make the holy hexagram, and say, Filius et Filia, unus Deus ararita. Let him go round to the north, make the holy hexagram, and then say, Filia et Pater unus Deus ararita. Let him then return to the center, and so to the center of all, making the rosy cross as he may know how, saying, Ararita, Ararita, Ararita. In this the sign shall be those of Set triumphant and of Baphomet. Also shall Set appear in the circle. Let him drink of the sacrament, and let him communicate the same. Then let him say, Omnia in duos, duo in unum, unus in nihil. Haec nec quator, nec omnia, nec duo, nec unus, nec nihil sunt. Gloria Patri et Matri et Filio et Filiae et Spiritui Sancto. Externo et Spiritui Sancto. Interno erat in saecula, saeculorum sex in uno per nomen septum, in uno erita. Let him then repeat the signs of LVX, but not the signs of NOX, for it is not he that shall arise in the sign of Isis rejoicing. Chapter 37. Dragons. Thought is the shadow of the eclipse of Luna. Samadhi is the shadow of the eclipse of Soul. The moon and the earth are the non-ego and the ego. The sun is that. Both eclipses are darkness. Both are exceedingly rare. The universe itself is light. Chapter 38. Lambskin. Cowan skidoo, tile, swear to Hile all. This is the mystery, life. Mind is the traitor. Slay mind. Let the corpse of mind lie unburied on the edge of the great sea. Death. This is the mystery. Tile, Cowan skidoo. Chapter 39. The Looby. Only loobies find excellence in these words. It is unthinkable that A is not A. To reverse this is but to revert to the normal. Yet by forcing the brain to accept propositions, of which one set is absurdity, the other truism, a new function of brain is established. Vague and mysterious and all indefinite are the contents of this new consciousness. Yet they are somehow vital. By use, they become luminous. Unreason becomes experience. This lifts the leaden-footed soul of the experience of that, of which reason is the blasphemy. But without the experience, these words are the lies of a looby. Yet a looby to thee, and a booby to me, a Balacius ruby to God may be. Chapter 40. The Hymog. A red rose absorbs all colors but red. Red is therefore the one color that is not. This law, reason, time, space, all limitation blinds us to the truth. All that we know of man, nature, God, is just that which they are not. It is that which they throw off as repugnant. The Hymog is only visible insofar as he is imperfect. Then are they all glorious who seem not to be glorious, as the Hymog is all glorious within? It may be so. How then distinguish the inglorious and perfect Hymog from the inglorious man of earth? Distinguish not, but thyself extinguish. Hymog thou art, and Hymog shall thou be. Chapter 41. Corned Beef Hash. In V is the great work perfect. Therefore, none is that pertaineth not to V. In any may he manifest, yet in one hath he chosen to manifest, and this one hath given his ring as a seal of authority to the work of the AA, through the colleagues of Père Durabo. But this concerns themselves and their administration. It concerneth none below the grade of exempt adept, and such an one only by command. Also, since below the abyss reason is lord, let men seek by experiment, and not by questionings. Chapter 42. Dust Devils. In the wind of the mind arises the turbulence called I. It breaks. Down shower the barren thoughts. All life is choked. This desert is the abyss, wherein is the universe. The stars are but thistles in that waste. Yet this desert is but one spot accursed in the world of bliss. Now and again travelers cross the desert. They come from the great sea, and to the great sea they go. As they go, they spill water. One day they will irrigate the desert till it flower. See, 5 footprints of a camel. V. Chapter 43. Mulberry Tops. Black blood upon the altar, and the rustle of angel wings above. Black blood of the sweet fruit, the bruised, the violated bloom, that setteth the wheel a-spinning in the spire. Death is the veil of life, and life of death, for both are gods. This is that which is written, a feast for life, and a greater feast for death, in the book of the law. The blood is the life of the individual. Offer then blood. Chapter 44. The Mass of the Phoenix. The magician, his breast bare, stands before an altar, on which are his burin, bell, thurible, and 2 of the cakes of light. In the sign of the Enterer he reaches west across the altar, and cries, Hail, Ra, that goest in thy bark into the caverns of the dark. He gives the sign of silence, and takes the bell and fire in his hands. East of the altar see me stand with light and music in mine hand. He strikes 11 times upon the bell. 3, 3, 3, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, 3, 3, and places the fire in the thurible. I strike the bell, I light the flame, I utter the mysterious name, Abrahadabra. He strikes 11 times upon the bell. Now I begin to pray, thou child, holy thy name and undefiled. Thy reign is come, thy will is done. Here is the bread, here is the blood. Bring me through midnight to the sun. Save me from evil and from good. Take thy 1 crown of all the 10. Even now and here be mine. Amen. He puts the first cake in the fire of the thurible. I burn the incense cake, proclaim these adorations of thy name. He makes them as in Liber Legis, and strikes again 11 times upon the bell. With the burin he then makes upon his breast the proper sign. Behold this bleeding breast of mine, gashed with the sacramental sign. He puts the second cake to the wound. I staunch the blood, the wafer soaks it up, and the high priest invokes. He eats the second cake. This bread I eat, this oath I swear, as I inflame myself with prayer. There is no grace, there is no guilt, This is the law. Do what thou wilt. He strikes 11 times upon the bell, and cries, Abrahadabra. I entereth in with woe and mirth, and now go forth and with thanksgiving, to do my pleasure on the earth, among the legions of the living. He goeth forth. Chapter 45. Chinese Music. Explain this happening. It must have a natural cause. It must have a supernatural cause. Let these two asses be set to grind corn. May, might, must, should, probably, may be, we may safely assume, ought, it is hardly questionable, almost certainly. Poor hacks, and let them be turned out to grass. Proof is only possible in mathematics, and mathematics is only a matter of arbitrary conventions. And yet doubt is a good servant, but a bad master. A perfect mistress, but a nagging wife. White is the lash of the overseer. White is black is the watchword of the slave. The master takes no heed. The Chinese cannot help thinking that the octave has 5 notes. The more necessary anything appears to my mind, the more certain it is that I only assert a limitation. I slept with faith and found a corpse in my arms on waking. I drank and danced all night with doubt, and found her a virgin in the morning. Chapter 46. Buttons and Rosettes. The cause of sorrow is the desire of the one to the many, or of the many to the one. This also is the cause of joy. But the desire of one to another is all of sorrow. Its birth is hunger, and its death satiety. The desire of the moth for the star at least saves him satiety. Hunger thou, O man, for the infinite. Be insatiable even for the finite. Thus, at the end, shalt thou devour the finite, and become the infinite. Be thou more greedy than the shark, more full of yearning than the wind among the pines. The weary pilgrim struggles on. The satiated pilgrim stops. The road winds uphill. All law, all nature must be overcome. Do this by virtue of that in thyself, before which law and nature are but shadows. Chapter 47. Windmill Words. Asana gets rid of anatomy consciousness. Pranayama gets rid of physiology consciousness. Involuntary breaks. Yama and Niyama get rid of ethical consciousness. Voluntary breaks. Pratyahara gets rid of the objective. Dharana gets rid of the subjective. Dhyana gets rid of the ego. Samadhi gets rid of the soul impersonal. Asana destroys the static body, nama. Pranayama destroys the dynamic body, rupa. Yama destroys the emotions. Destroys the passions, vedana. Dharana destroys the perceptions, sana. Dhyana destroys the tendencies, sankhara. Samadhi destroys the consciousness, vinanam. Homard a la Thermidor destroys the digestion. The last of these facts is the one of which I am most certain. Chapter 38. Mome Wraths. The early bird catches the worm, and the 12-year-old prostitute attracts the ambassador. Neglect not the dawn meditation. The first plover's eggs fetch the highest prices. The flower of virginity is esteemed by the pandar. Neglect not the dawn meditation. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. But late to watch and early to pray brings him across the abyss, they say. Neglect not the dawn meditation. Chapter 49. Warata Blossoms. 7 are the veils of the dancing girl in the harem of it. 7 are the names, and 7 are the lamps beside her bed. 7 eunuchs guard her with drawn swords. No man may come nigh unto her. In her wine cup are 7 streams of the blood of the 7 spirits of God. 7 are the heads of the beast, whereupon she rides. The head of an angel, the head of a saint, the head of a poet, the head of an adulterous woman, the head of a man of valor, the head of a satyr, and the head of a lion serpent. 7 letters hath her holiest name, and it is. Narrator's note. Crowley here illustrates a seal of a 7-pointed star. Beginning from the westmost point, each point of the star contains a letter, spelling the name of Babylon. In the center of the star is the Greek symbol for Theta. Crosses extend from its western, northern, and eastern boundaries. To the left of the westmost cross is the number 77. To the left of the northmost cross is the number 7. To the right of the northmost cross is the number 7. To the right of the eastmost cross is the number 77. By itself, at the southernmost boundary of Theta, is the number 7. This is the seal upon the ring that is on the forefinger of it, and it is the seal upon the tombs of them whom she hath slain. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of Our Lady, for it is the number of a woman, and her number is 156. Chapter 50. The Vigil of St. Hubert. In the forest, God met the stag beetle. Hold, worship me, quoth God, for I am all great, all good, all wise. The stars are but sparks from the forges of my smiths. Yea, verily, and amen, said the stag beetle. All this do I believe, and that devoutly. Then why do you not worship me? Because I am real, and you are only imaginary. But the leaves of the forest rustled with the laughter of the wind. Said wind and wood, they neither of them know anything. End of chapters 0 through 50. The Book of Lies by Aleister Crowley, chapters 51 through 91. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Chapter 51. Terrier Work. Doubt. Doubt thyself. Doubt even if thou doubtest thyself. Doubt all. Doubt even if thou doubtest all. It seems sometimes as if beneath all conscious doubt there lay some deepest certainty. Oh, kill it. Slay the snake. The horn of the doubt goat be exalted. Dive deeper, ever deeper, into the abyss of mind, until thou unearth the fox that. On, hounds, yoinks, tally-ho, bring that to bay, then wind the mort. Chapter 52. The Bull Baiting. 411 books wrote I. In each did I expound the great work fully, from the beginning even unto the end thereof. Then at last came certain men unto me, saying, O Master, expound thou the great work unto us, O Master. And I held my peace. O generation of gossipers, who shall deliver you from the wrath that is fallen upon you? O babblers, prattlers, talkers, loquacious ones, tattlers, chewers of the red rag that inflameth apiece the Redeemer to fury. Learn first what is work, and the great work is not so far beyond. Chapter 53. The Dowser. Once round the meadow, brother does the hazel twig dip. Twice round the meadow, brother does the hazel twig dip. Thrice round the paddock, highly, lowly, wily, holy, dip, dip, dip. Then neighed the horse in the paddock, and lo, its wings. For whoso findeth the spring beneath the earth, maketh the treaders of earth to course the heavens. This spring is threefold, of water, but also of steel, and of seasons. Also this paddock is the toad that hath the jewel between his eyes. Aum mani padmen hum. Keep us from evil. Chapter 54. Eavesdroppings. 45 apprentice masons out of work. 15 fellow craftsmen out of work. 3 master masons out of work. All these sat on their haunches, waiting the report of the sojourner, for the word was lost. This is the report of the sojourners. The word was love, and its number is 111. Then said each Amo, for its number is 111. Each took the trowel from his lap, whose number is 111. Each called moreover on the goddess Nina, for her number is 111. Yet with all this went the work awry, for the word of the law is Thelema. Chapter 55. The drooping sunflower. The one thought vanished. All my mind was torn to rags. Nay, my head was mashed into wood pulp, and thereon the daily newspaper was printed. Thus wrote I, since my one love was torn from me. I cannot work. I cannot think. I seek distraction here. I seek distraction there. But this is all my truth, that I who love have lost, and how may I regain? I must have money to get to America. O mage, sage, gauge thy wage, or in the page of thine age is written rage. O my darling, we should not have spent 90 pounds in that 3 weeks in Paris. Slash the brakes on thine arms with a pole-axe. Chapter 56. Trouble with Twins. Holy, 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 unto 555 times holy be Our Lady of the Stars. Holy, 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 unto 156 times holy be Our Lady that rideth upon the beast. Holy, 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 unto the number of times necessary and appropriate be Our Lady Isis in her millions of names, all Mother, Genetrix, Meretrix. Yet holier than all these to me is Layla, night and death. For her do I blaspheme alike the finite and the infinite. So wrote not Frater Perdurabo, but the imp Crowley in his name. For forgery, let him suffer penal servitude for 7 years, or at least let him do pranayama all the way home. Home? Nay, but to the house of the harlot whom he loveth not. For it is Layla that he loveth, and yet who knoweth which is Crowley, and which is Frater Perdurabo? Chapter 57. The Duck-billed Platypus. Dirt is matter in the wrong place. Thought is mind in the wrong place. Matter is mind, so thought is dirt. Thus argued he, the wise one, not mindful that all place is wrong. For not until the place is perfected by a T, saith he, placet. The rose uncrucified droppeth its petals. Without the rose, the cross is a dry stick. Worship then the rosy cross, and the mystery of 2 in 1. And worship him that swore by his holy T, that one should not be one, except in so far as it is 2. I am glad that Layla is afar. No doubt, clouds love. Chapter 58. Haggai Howlings. Haggard am I, an hyena. I hunger and howl. Men think it laughter. Ha, ha, ha. There is nothing movable or immovable under the firmament of heaven, on which I may write the symbols of the secret of my soul. Yea, though I were lowered by ropes into the utmost caverns and vaults of eternity, there is no word to express even the first whisper of the initiator in mine ear. Yea, I abhor birth, ululating lamentations of night. Agony, agony, the light within me breathes veils, the song within be dumbness. God, in what prism may and analyze my light? Immortal are the adepts, and yet they die. They die of shame unspeakable. They die as the gods die, for sorrow. Wilt thou endure unto the end, O Frater Perdurabo, O lamp in the abyss? Thou hast the keystone of the royal arch, yet the apprentices, instead of making bricks, put the straws in their hair and think they are Jesus Christ. O sublime tragedy and comedy of the great work. Chapter 59. The Tailless Monkey. There is no help but hodgepodge in the skies, when Asticus sees crabs and lobsters rise. Man that has spine and hopes of heaven to be, lacks the amoeba's immortality. What protoplasm gains in mobile mirth is loss of the stability of earth. Matter and sense and mind have had their day. Nature presents the bill, and all must pay. If, as I am not, I were free to choose, how Buddhahood would battle with the booze. My certainty that destiny is good rests on its picking me for Buddhahood. Were I a drunkard, I should think I had good evidence that fate was bloody bad. Chapter 60. The Wound of Amfortas. The self-mastery of Percival became the self-masturbatory of the bourgeois. Virtus has become virtue. The qualities which have made a man, a race, a city, a caste, must be thrown off. Death is the penalty of failure. As it is written, in the hour of success sacrifice that which is dearest to thee, unto the infernal gods. The Englishman lives upon the excrement of his forefathers. All moral codes are worthless in themselves. Yet in every new code there is hope, provided always that the code is not changed because it is too hard, but because it is fulfilled. The dead dog floats with the stream. In Puritan France, the best women are harlots. In vicious England, the best women are virgins. If only the Archbishop of Canterbury were to go naked in the streets and beg his bread. The new Christ, like the old, is the friend of publicans and sinners, because his nature is ascetic. Oh, if every man did no matter what, provided that it is the one thing that he will not and cannot do. Chapter 61. The Fool's Knot. O fool, begetter of both I and not, resolve this knotty knot. O, I, this I and O, I-ao, for I owe, to Nibbana Zo. I pay the dissolution of the house of God, for pay comes after O, after Ayin that triumphs over Aleph and Ein that is O. Opus, the work, the opening of the eye, thou naughty boy, thou openest the eye of Horus to the blind eye that weeps. The upright one in thine uprightness rejoiceth. Death to all fishes. Chapter 62. Twig? The phoenix hath a bell for sound, fire for sight, a knife for touch, 2 cakes, one for taste, the other for smell. He standeth before the altar of the universe at sunset, when earth life fades. He summons the universe, and crowns it with magic light to replace the sun of natural light. He prays unto, and give homage to, Ra Hor Kuit. To him he then sacrifices. The first cake burnt illustrates the prophet drawn from the scheme of incarnation. The second, mixed with his life's blood and eaten, illustrates the use of the lower life to feed the higher life. He then takes the oath and becomes free, unconditioned, the absolute, burning up in the flame of his prayer, and born again, the phoenix. Chapter 63. Marjorie Daw. I love Layla, I lack Layla. Where is the mystic grace, sayest thou? Who told thee, man, that Layla is not knew it, and I had it? I destroyed all things, they are reborn in other shapes. I gave up all for one. This one hath given up its unity for all. I wrenched dog backwards to find God. Now God barks. Think me not fallen because I love Layla, and lack Layla. I am the master of the universe. Then give me a heap of straw in a hut, and Layla naked. Amen. Chapter 64. Constancy. I was discussing oysters with a crony. God sent me the angels, Den and Doni. And man of spunk they urged would hardly choose to breakfast every day chez Laperouse. No, I replied, he would not do so, but think of this woe if Laperouse were shut. I eat these oysters and I drink this wine solely to drown this misery of mine. Yet the last height of consolation's cold, its pinnacle, is not to be consoled. And though I sleep with Jane and Eleanor, I feel no better than I did before. And Julian only fixes in my mind, even before feels better than behind. Your mercurial spirits be so kind as to enable me to raise the wind. Put me in Layla's arms again, the accursed, leaving me that, else how may do his worst. Doni and Den, perceiving me inspired, conceived their task was finished, they retired. I turned upon my friend and breaking bounds, borrowed a trifle of 200 pounds. Chapter 65. Sic Transiat. At last I lifted up mine eyes and beheld, and lo, the flames of violet were become as tendrils of smoke, as mist at sunset upon the marshlands. And in the midst of the moon pool of silver was the lily of white and gold. In this lily is all honey, in this lily that flowereth at the midnight. In this lily is all perfume, in this lily is all music, and it enfolded me. Thus the disciples that watched found a dead body kneeling at the altar. Amen. Chapter 66. The Mantis. Say, God is one. This I obeyed. For 1,001 times a night, for 1,000 nights and one, did I affirm the unity. But night only means Layla, and unity and God are not worth even her blemishes. Allah is only 66, but Layla counteth up to 77. Yea, the night shall cover all. The night shall cover all. Chapter 67. Sodom apples. I have brought pleasant trifles, and thus soothed my lack of Layla. Light is my wallet, and my heart is also light. And yet I know that the clouds will gather closer for the false clearing. The mirage will fade. Then will the desert be thirstier than before. O ye who dwell in the dark night of the soul, beware most of all of every herald of the dawn. O ye who dwell in the city of the pyramids, beneath.
Now they're living. Now the Palestinian Arabs are living.
No. At some point, America is gonna quit supporting Israel.
Well, Israel can be independent. No problem.
You know what?
same
We
time-
love when you guys say that. You really think that Israel needs United States of America?
Yeah.
United States of
Yeah.
America needs
No.
Israel more than United States of America
agree-
needs
I
Israel
agree,
more
baby.
than Israel needs fucking America. What's wrong?
Show me,
I
really,
agree.
show me why America needs Israel.
Okay,
For
I'll
the
show you
intelligence.
in 1
And the-
minute of a conversation. You look at me and Uncle Norm, okay? Jews like
Yeah.
that aren't born in America every day. You understand that? You have retards, fat fucking idiots, unhealthy, scrawny fucking ugly looking people that only care about TikTok and Clubhouse. They don't care about future. They don't care about innovation. They don't care about robotics. They don't care about medicine. They don't care about
Torah.
chemistry, Torah, nothing. Israel gives birth, unfortunately for the dummies of the earth, but fortunately for Israel, we give birth. It gives birth to people that contribute to the world. So every country on this earth, God-forsaken earth, God bless this earth, needs Israel more than Israel needs them.
So
You're right.
Jewish
We're
are the reason why.
Mo, do you know what this means? A light unto the nation. We're the ones who brought you the Torah. We're the ones who bring you technical innovation. We're the ones who bring you literature. We're the ones who bring you medicine. This week, Israel created a medical cure for paralysis. Who else does stuff like this? Never mind all our defense systems.
Yeah,
all the Arab
you
nations.
wanna say the globe didn't exist before Jewish.
How about breast
I don't know
cancer?
what you're
What
saying.
we've done, we've put a huge dent. We've kicked breast cancer's ass. How about
Correct.
clean water, drinking water?
Correct.
How about desalinizing water, taking salt from the water so you're able to drink it?
Nachon.
And there's so many fucking innovative,
Agriculture.
life-saving. Yeah, exactly. Being able to not waste water with farming,
Yes.
irrigations. Like, do you even know that the technology that Israel provides to the world? Never mind the life-saving technology and I'm lost for words right now, but information that they give to
And the
America to
intelligence.
protect intelligence.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Intelligence. See how we read each other's mind. Intelligence
Yeah.
to save America from terror attacks, from incoming threats. They work hand in hand. You understand? Your hand is only as strong as if you have all 5 fingers working. When you remove one finger, your hand becomes a little bit weaker. When you start removing more fingers, your hand becomes even a lot weaker. Israel
You don't admit the
is the
reality that
blueprint of the hand.
America has been suffering a bad reputation recently because
Why?
because they have been supporting Israel.
No, America has a great Russia and China. There's no other option. America is the world's greatest superpower.
You don't think America is not able to negotiate with Russia because they are supporting Israel, and when America gets into a negotiation,
The
with
problem with Russia is that they invaded Ukraine. That's the problem with Russia. They're an aggressive military bad guy. That's why so either they're going to stop or Russia's going to.
Also, the good thing about Russia is if you see Putin, how he will not engage in a war with Israel. Never, ever.
And the greatness recognizes greatness.
he's gonna engage in Europe.
Never. You'll never engage in a war with Israel.
No, you don't read history. You don't read history.
I don't care about the history that you guys fabricate and steal to make it look like history's working for you on your side.
No,
The reality is, let's look at the history and what you guys have contributed to the world. Darkness.
Well, wait.
Jews have considered light. And I'm sorry, but we're vanishing you people little by little. You can keep growing in numbers, but you're going to become Jews are impenetrable. You're not going to be able to extinguish our light. And the beautiful thing is, it shows one little light in a dark room, just a little match will light up a whole room. That's what we are. That's true.
You guys are heated in here, hey? What is this title?
Yeah.
3 bodies left in Congo. What does that mean?
Yeah, they keep bodies hostage. They're like sickos. The Hamasniks, the terrorists. And part of the peace is that they have to give them back. That's the 3
I
bodies.
thought that I watched on live the hostages were given back. What do you mean? There's what?
They
Like
keep
what?
dead bodies over there. That's what he
So there's 4 bodies. There was 4 bodies, and then they released one of the 4. Royal.
Yeah, did you see the video of
So
maltreating
there's
a
somebody
woman
who's
in the
deceased.
Israeli?
Mo, don't disrespect the young lady speaking.
What were you saying, Princess?
Yeah, don't be disrespectful. Yeah, no, I was just trying to figure that out. So you're saying it's just somebody who's deceased?
Yeah, so it's more, right? It's more than that. So, and to be polite, we look, our people that are deceased and our people that are alive, we value them the same. We want them both. We want them back. We want them to have proper burial grounds. We want them to have proper lives if they're alive. And then the people that are dead, we want them proper burial grounds. We want their family to be able to mourn them, and we want their soul to be able to go up, right?
They should be buried in Israel, in our homeland.
And they should be buried in their homeland, exactly. So we fight hard for our dead and our
What
alive.
homeland? What homeland?
You can laugh all you want.
Yeah, you can laugh, but you don't have a homeland, so that's the difference between you and us.
And it's so funny, Mo, that you come on here and argue with us, and then you come on here and argue with other Muslims, then you come on here and argue with pro-Palis, then you come on here and argue with pro-Zionists, and I'm not sure your position. It's either you're retarded, you fell as a fucking child and hit your head, or your mother should have been charged for fucking child abuse because she let you play fucking street hockey without wearing a fucking helmet, because something is not making sense the way you come at. And it's not just us. It's both sides don't like you. Me, unfortunately, you've grown on me like a herpy. So I'm like, you know what, I'll deal with it. Fucking something's wrong with you, bro.
You think both sides are...
I've heard it many times. People yelling at you saying that you're fucking retarded. They're throwing you out of rooms, bro. Muslims. Pro-Palis.
Yeah, but what do you get sad if I criticize some Palestinians? Because
He's
basically...
not sad. He's just pointing out.
It's sad.
You seem to be antisocial. You have antisocial disorder. But you're treating like a herpes.
Yeah, because I would say 70,000
This is so
Palestinians
sick.
are
This morning I got to
treated
visit the
with
Metal Lab
Israel
at the
the
Wynn in
moment.
Vegas. It is
Okay.
brand new. They just opened.
Who are you to judge them? Why do you have? What gives you the right to judge them?
Statistics released by Hamas.
What gives you the right to judge them that they're traitors?
Statistics released by Hamas.
What gives you the right to judge them?
Oh, what gives you the right to take your own land?
So, in other words, I ask you a question, you don't know the answer, so you change the subject and ask a different question? What's the matter with you, man? Have you ever had a conversation?
Yeah, I'm still on that. Yes,
What gives you the right to judge other Palestinians? What right do you have?
The same reason Israel deals with them. Why Israel deals with
What do you mean? We deal with them because we are men and we make a deal. Now, what right do you have? You have nothing to do with this matter. Why are you butting your big nose into this?
I admit Hamas only in Palestine. Most of
Say that again?
Palestinians-
Say that again?
I admit Hamas only in Palestine.
Yeah, but what are you? What kind of, where are you from? Why are you butting your nose into this? What tribe do you belong to?
Yeah, I have roots from Palestine.
You have roots from Palestine, meaning you have no relationship to this whatsoever. Where are these roots? Where are these roots?
And you don't have roots to Israel as well. Why do you defend
No,
Israel?
I'm asking you. Wait, you're changing the subject again. Where are
Yeah, I
your
said to you.
roots? Where? Where?
What roots?
Yeah, what roots? Where? Not what, where?
Haifa.
Okay, what's your relationship to Haifa? Tell us.
My mom.
Your mom is what?
My mom's father.
Your mom's father what? He was born there?
Yeah.
Okay, so then he's still there?
No, he came.
Why did he leave?
Why did he leave?
Yeah.
The war. Why do refugees?
What war?
leave?
There was no war in Haifa. The Haifa Arabs stayed in Haifa. You're lying now. You don't know what you're talking about.
I'm
There's
not
no war in
lying.
Haifa.
Yeah. Oh, you stay in fear.
What?
When you are surrounded by a war, you
Why he's
stay in
talking
There was
about
no war in Haifa. The Arabs of Haifa are...
He's talking about the 1972 food fight that happened in Haifa with Tel Aviv and Haifa when they were throwing meatballs and spaghetti. His family fled to Egypt, and that's it. Now
Did they throw tuna fish too?
That's the problem. His mom got tuna on her face.
Tuna fish.
And tuna fish.
No, the Arabs are still in Haifa. You have plenty of Arabs in Haifa. In fact, everybody's welcome in Haifa. Baha'i is welcome. Yazidi. We don't kill people, or Christians are welcome. Nobody left. You can go back. If your grandfather's from Haifa, you can go back. There's no problem with Haifa.
But I don't want to live under the leadership of Israel.
Well, so you left. So you emigrated. So you moved to Canada. Who cares? So why are you complaining? Why are you complaining? Well, okay, you're Muslim and I'm Jew. Now what? Now what?
No, can I ask you a question? But it's not.
No, I'm asking you a question. You're a Muslim.
I answered you. I answered you.
No,
I don't want to live in
answered me.
Israel.
You're a Muslim and I'm a Jew. So what's the problem?
It's not my decision. It was not my decision.
What's not your decision? So then, if it's not your decision,
I
then what do you blame?
I don't want to come back to Israel. I don't want to go back to Israel.
Then don't come back. So what are you blaming? Go talk to your grandparents. It's their problem. Yeah. If it's fine, then what's your big problem?
Yeah. Do you think Americans had the right to remove around 200 million from the original people of America?
Where did they remove them to? Where did you get this information? Where they removed them to?
In the century number 16, when Europeans went to America and they removed 200 million.
There was never 200 million Native Americans in this country. Nobody removed anybody. Now you're down to 100 million. There was never 100 million either. Nobody's been removed. Where were they removed? Nobody's removed.
So the number is 59 million, and
nobody's been removed.
No, there was the Indian Removal Act.
Removed from where? They're still in the country. Where did they get removed to? What are you talking about?
Norm, let me explain to you.
I just asked you a question. Where did they get removed to?
To the reserve. What do you mean? And there was a genocide.
So you mean reservation? You don't even know what you're talking about. They weren't removed. So they're still in America.
I know exactly what I'm talking about, Norm.
No, you don't. You can't even say the word reservation. You don't even know what a reservation is.
Bro, I'm literally a Native American, Norm. I know what I'm talking about.
Native American. If you don't know the word reservation, you're not a Native American.
Oh my God! Because I say res. Because I'm actually resi. I'm not just having an American experience. I'm having an original experience.
Wait, you don't speak English? You don't know what a reservation is?
Yeah, I speak great Pidgin English.
What reservation
I speak beautiful Pidgin English.
But the word beautiful and pigeon are contradictory.
Hold on.
No, I'm going to be here. I have to hold on for you. Okay. Are we finished, Mo? You got the picture now? You got the memo? You got the message?
No, you didn't answer me. You don't even admit the massacre that happened on your land. I don't understand why.
You don't know anything about our land.
Can you tell me about massacres that Muslims committed throughout the world?
I'm not interested in Muslims massacres. I'm not interested in any of this stuff.
You're interested in taking their own land? Removing them?
What? No, I'm not interested in taking anybody's land. If somebody bothers me, there's a consequence. If they don't bother me, everything's going to be fine. That's your answer. Huh?
So I'm going to take a flat from your home. I'm going to take it over.
If you come and bother me, you're going to get Gaza. So that's up to you. If you don't bother me, you're going to have no problem.
Wallah, I swear to God, enormous soon. You know Ahmed al-Shara in Syria?
Say again?
Ahmed al-Shara in Syria, he's going to build a pretty tough army. Now, at the moment,
How can he build an army?
He has a massive conflict with America at the moment. He wouldn't like to have
No, he came to America. He wants to make a deal. He wants to join the Abraham Accords and make peace with Israel. That's what he said.
It's fine. Israel refuses. He wouldn't like to have peace with them.
So you do want to, you admit that they want to have peace with Israel.
When? When did he have?
This week.
You know, like he traveled to Iraq to fight against America 20 years ago, and now he's the president of Syria. Do you think his ideas have changed?
Yes. Everybody changes. That's correct.
No, this kind of ideas cannot.
Oh, you can read his mind? He came to America to make peace.
Never thought
If you
she'd
violate
experience.
his agreement,
Never
there's a
would I have thought that I
consequence.
could have
This is
been
not
killed by a
complicated,
dog.
man. This
Especially
is like
a
how you
dog
raise
she
a
was
child.
cuddled up with
If you
just
behave, you
hours
get
before.
treats.
He would
If you
sit next to
misbehave,
me
you
on
get
the
punishment.
side of the bed.
Are you getting
No,
it?
you have to understand
I'm
that.
gonna teach you how. I'm teaching you how to be a grown-up now. If you do good things happen to you. If you do bad things happen to you. Isn't that easy?
Yeah, all what I see at the moment, Israel was obligated to make this peaceful with Hamas. Hamas
What you moment is what?
yeah, what I can read in the image at the moment, America has a
What
big
image?
and massive conflict between them and Israel. Massive conflict.
Who has a conflict?
Yeah, so
Is it my
want to
friend
keep the
Yakov?
conflict in the
What
Middle East,
conflict?
but
Yakov!
What are you talking about?
yeah, and
What are you talking about? What conflict?
you don't understand what's going on in Sudan.
No, I think you do. Wait.
And the president back then went to True Social and said, "Come on, Pam Bondi," I'm paraphrasing, "get off the stick and do something about this." That's pretty much the message that he put out on that True Social post. And what do you know? Almost immediately, she took action against Comey and James. So, any suggestion, and it may have been real or it may have been an illusion, but any suggestion that there's a firewall between the executive branch and the Justice Department, permitting the Justice Department to work independently and determine, based on whether there's really a crime and who may have perpetuated the crime, and whether that person or entity ought to be prosecuted. That illusion is gone now.
Oh my god. Oh my
Nobody's
god.
pretending
Nandami, stop with the trolling.
a firewall exists any longer
Princess, go
between
ahead.
the
He's
presidency
imagining what he would do if he had a penis.
and the Justice
So I
Department.
just think it's crazy. No, and I also
Understanding
wrote in the
that
chat because I was eating.
Justice
That's why I was like,
Department
hold on.
thinks
So I
of
was
the
let me
executive,
just
but
finish my
still,
plate kind of thing, you
this
know?
is how it's always worked. And by the
I
way,
almost choked on my
in
food.
case
And
anybody
you're
was
like,
wondering,
nobody was
Not that
It
doing
is
interested
worked
in your eating habits. to be honest.
fabulously well.
It's totally
what-
fine. You don't
Chris,
have to be
what-
interested in
what
the
reservation
just
Trey,
saying
Lee, buy your woman,
What
sir.
reservation do you claim to be from? Tell
what
us.
reservation. Okay,
Yes.
so I'm surrounded by
No, the answer is the
KBIC
reservation.
and
What?
Sault Ste. Marie.
No. What reservation?
I just told you.
No, you said with the tribe. I said what reservation?
No,
You don't
these
even
are
know, do you?
two reservations. I just told you the names of two of them.
You gave
that I
the names
can't
of
which
tribes.
between. No,
You said
these
you
are
are
not
surra-
tribes. Those are not tribes. Those are reservations.
Say it.
No, she's actually right. No, like what she's saying.
Where is she from?
Sault Ste. Marie. Hold on.
Yeah, Sault Ste. Marie and KBIC.
Where are those?
Good Shabbos, everybody. What's the point of this conversation, El Normo? Who cares about Princess?
Shut up, John.
No, he's right.
You're not getting invited, or you're not.
I don't need to get invited to your Shabbos party. Hashem has already sent me a big mitzvah.
No, I'm already invited to all the Shabbos parties. It's fine. It's fine. It's literally fine.
There is
Yeah.
no reservation called Sault Ste. Marie. Now I'm going to check KBIC.
Yes, there is.
No,
Okay.
I just looked it up.
Okay, well,